Hello, you sexy souls. Welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be sharing a little bit more about why your intuition is a foundation for your spiritual practice, as well as what exactly it is and some misconceptions around it. And so let's dive in today's video with what exactly is our intuition. And so when we first get into spirituality, there can be a lot of different definitions floating around. Maybe it's that inner voice, maybe it's your heart saying, maybe it's that feeling, that gut feeling that you should do something or go somewhere. And sometimes it also gets muddled with, is it this psychic gift? People are able to tell what's right or what's wrong. Maybe you have heard the expression, if it feels like a hell yes, then do it. And there are different modalities to experiencing your intuition, and each of us experience it in a unique way. The way I experience intuition may be completely different than what you do, but a lot of programs and a lot of people out there, they don't really necessarily speak to that. They usually just share that your intuition shows up this way and this is how it's going to look for you. But the reality is that our bodies all react different to different stimulus. If you look into your human design chart, and if you've never heard of human design, it basically is the energetic blueprint to how you are meant to operate and how you're meant to show up. And so each of us have a different energetic blueprint. And so some people may have more open centers, which means they take in more information from other people around them. And they also may pick up on some things that maybe I don't, because I have a lot of defined spaces, and a lot of that is energy is just from myself and from myself being made. And so there's a lot of different ways in how we can use our intuition. There's a lot of different ways that it can show up. And a lot of times when people first get into spirituality and learning about their intuition, they hear about the clairs. So like clairaudient and clairsentient. I honestly don't even know what they are, because I don't think they're that important, because the truth is, I'm an Akashic Records reader, and if you're not familiar with that, basically what it is a dictionary for your soul, and I do read it for clients, and I give them the channeled messages as well as channeled like strategies and advice on how they can actually begin to implement the messages that came through. So a lot of times when you get into spirituality, you hear those clairaudience develop these gifts. But the reality is that it's so unique to yourself. And it's really, this intuition is coming back to yourself. It's removing those layers of bullshit, removing those layers of, this is what I have to do in order to connect with myself. This is what I have to do or have to develop in order to retain information. Because the reality is that our body is like an antenna. It's consistently picking up on information, not only from ourselves, but from our guides and from other people all around us. And when we're able to remove all those layers, all those fears, all those doubts, all those worries, all those anxieties, and all those beliefs that say maybe we can't do it, maybe there's things that are stopping in our way, maybe you don't trust yourself to actually receive the information, maybe you don't trust other people, maybe you don't trust that the universe or God, source, whatever you'd like to call it, is actually going to help you or is actually going to be there for you. And so we have this disconnection from ourselves and from our intuition. And it's like this little, it's like this little space in between. And we want to bring those together. We want to bridge that gap. And so that is why intuition is really the foundation to your spiritual practice, because once you're able to really trust yourself, tune into yourself, and know how your body operates and how it naturally receives information, that's going to change your game. That's going to change everything for you, because you're not going to be looking consistently outside for other people to give you those answers. You're not going to be consistently looking for tarot card readings on YouTube to give you those answers, to give you that fulfillment, to give you that, aha, that's correct, I should be doing this. This is a yes. And instead of looking consistently outside of yourself for that validation, for that truth, you begin to look at inside of yourself. And so intuition is this beautiful practice of activating and awakening that deep trust, that deep inner trust within you, that you're able to be supported, that you're able to move forward, that you're able to really let go of the certainty and the needing to know everything. And so when you connect these two things together, you're able to begin to create this new set of foundation, this new foundation where you're able to bridge off from. And so you're naturally going to be led to things or to people or to programs or to whatever it may be that's actually on your aligned path, because you're going to be listening to that intuition. You're listening to those subtle voices in your head, or listening to that information on what your body like responds to and things of that nature. And so listening to your intuition is really that gateway into creating a flourishing spiritual path in a spiritual life. And so that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please let me know and share a comment on how you are actually trying to develop your intuition. And I also am going to be having my heart-centered course, which is opening up in 2 weeks, that will help you really activate your intuition and connect to your heart's portal, which is actually the center for where your intuition sits. And so that will be releasing in 2 weeks time. So if you want to get on the wait list for that, click the link in the description. And until next time, you sexy souls, peace out.